The United States' goal was to destroy the Luftwaffe. The Germans' goal was to keep the Luftwaffe alive and fight back.
Edgar Schmood built the P-51 North American Mustang. The Mustang was the tail dragger with the long nose, blocking the pilot's forward view, requiring him to make sweeping S-turns to see where he was going. The P-51 was a lot more powerful and had a big 4-blade paddle propeller. Takeoffs and landing were a bit tricky. 1941, North America had delivered the first Mustang to England for test flights. These first Mustangs were powered by the Allison B-1710 engine. In April 1942, British test pilot Ronald Parker flew the Mustang and was very impressed by it. He believed that the Rolls-Royce Merlin series engine would be better suited for high altitudes. The first flight of the P-51 Mustang was in September 1942. The aerodynamics of the Mustang were excellent, but initially it was underpowered. Fitted with an Allison engine, it was used primarily for photo-military observation. However, this all changed when it was fitted with a powerful V1650 Merlin engine. This engine gave the Mustang sufficient power to enable its streamlined shape to be used to its full advantage. The P-51 gave the bombers of U.S. 8th Air Force the fighter cover they desperately needed over occupied Europe. Some people argued this was a war-winning weapon because it made such an impact during the war. Sweet Revenge is a North American P-51D Mustang. She was delivered to the USAAF 8th AF in January 1945, and then went on to serve in the Swedish and Dominican Republic Air Forces. In 1984, she returned to the U.S., and in 1996, she was acquired by Ron and Diane Fagan and renamed Sweet Revenge.
P-51s were escort bomber planes on long-range attacks. They were single-seat fighters, meaning one person was in it. It was mainly used in World War II and the Korean War. They could take off from the U.S. and fly over to Germany without having to land with a reliable engine with external fuel tank. It was sent in before the bombers, and it could intercept the German fighter planes, hunt down the Luftwaffe, and it was the most recognized fighter of all times.
The P-51 Mustang, first flight October 26, 1940. There were more than 15,000 planes built. Each plane cost $50,000 to build. There was one crew member per plane. The P-51 Mustang was 32 feet in length. The wingspan was 37 feet. It could fly at 437 miles per hour. Each plane could hold 419 gallons of fuel. The P-51 Mustang had 6 machine guns, had 6 rockets, had 2 bombs. Each plane had a warning radar on its tail to signal to the pilot that other aircraft was approaching from the rear.
Once local air superiority around the bomber formations was achieved, the P-51 Mustang pilots were able to go to the next step, storming Luftwaffe airfields and other ground targets and ambushing the German fighters at takeoff and landing. This tactic was efficient against the Luftwaffe's new wonder weapons, the new jet and rocket fighters. At high altitude and at full speed, the Mustang could not chase the much faster Me-262 jet fighters. So instead, the Mustang pilots followed the German jets to their airfields where they shot them down. The other great benefit of the air campaign over Germany, which was its goal in the first place, was that the huge formations of the heavy bombers protected by the P-51 Mustang, were able to effectively bring the mighty German war machine to a standstill. Results of the battle. The presence of the Mustang over the heart of Germany also pulled a crucial part of the Luftwaffe's tactical fighter squadrons from the air fronts to the center of Germany, which meant that tactical aircraft of the Allies would take out German ground units, especially German armor, with much greater ease.